Guys, The Boys Season 4 is finally here. Not only do we have the premiere, but Amazon also dropped episodes 2 and 3. So today, I'm going to give you my breakdown and thoughts on Season 4 so far. Real quick, be sure to like and subscribe, and let's get into it. Guys, I just finished watching the first 3 episodes of The Boys, and man does this season hit. I feel like so much happened so far this season, I'm going to do a quick recap of the important things that went down, and then give you my thoughts at the end. I'm trying to get this video out as quick as possible, so it might be a little light on the editing side, even by my standards. I'm also going to try and include timestamps if y'all want to jump around and skip the recaps. So episode 1 starts with the boys trying to infiltrate the Singer Newman campaign party to assassinate Newman using acidic eye drops. Homelander also arrives with Ryan to talk to Newman. Butcher blows their cover when he confronts Ryan. Homelander appears and the three have a back and forth. Frenchie and Kimiko's cover is blown when the killing machine that is Zoe returns to Newman's room. Annie ends up saving them with her newfound powers of flight. Huey also seems to burn the bridge between him and Newman. Back at HQ, MM gets debriefed by Mallory and Robert Singer on the failed assassination attempt, because newsflash, the acid has no effect on Newman. While this is happening, Butcher runs into an old colleague, Joe Kessler, and the two discuss the state of things going forward. We jump to the Starlight House charity and see Annie is no longer on board with the Starlight persona. We also see Frenchie's been fucking around with this dude Colin. Homelander is frustrated by the weakness and incompetence in the Seven and goes to recruit the world's smartest woman.
Smartest person.
Upon request from his ex, MM is trying to track down Todd after he disappeared down the alt soup rabbit hole. He's surprised to find Todd being recruited by Sage. After a meet and greet with Homelander, he tells the Deep, Noir, and A-Train to murder them with bats. A-Train blocks Todd from leaving, but does not kill anyone directly. Jump to outside the courthouse for Homelander's murder trial, where he's found not guilty. Sage has infiltrated the Starlighters' side and starts a riot by throwing coffee across the aisle. The boys storm the scene and try to stop the chaos. Frenchie saves Colin from getting stomped and gets some sugar mid-battle. As the chaos dies down, it's revealed A-Train planted the bodies of Todd and the others on the Starlighters' side, to pin the blame on the movement. Also in this episode, Huey's dad has a stroke, his mom comes back, and Butcher almost betrays Huey to Newman, but doesn't because he's been hallucinating his wife Becca. Episode 2 opens up with a hilarious Will Ferrell cameo, as we see A-Train filming a pretty stereotypical Get Out the Hood type movie.
Damn it, Reggie. You're the most talented superhero I've ever seen. Yet you're throwing it all away, slinging yayo for gangbangers?
You don't know me, Coach.
At 7 Tower, Ryan is being prepped for his first save, and we see Sage get under Homelander's skin by saying Ryan shouldn't be in the shadow of Homelander. At the Flatiron building, Butcher reveals he's got goopy brain disease and is kicked off the team by MM. The boys then head to TruthCon to track down Sage. When they arrive, they see Butcher, who kinda tags along with the group. After criticizing MM for not making a move, him and Butcher take it outside, and MM tells Butcher to leave. After setting surveillance on the conference room Sage was going to be in, it's revealed she tricked them, and tells Firecracker and her simp lackey Splinter to take them out. Despite holding their own, the boys are overwhelmed, until Butcher arrives and the group barely escapes with their lives. While all this was going on, Huey and Annie were tailing A-Train at a park. We see A-Train hanging out with his nephews, until his brother rolls up and exposes A-Train as a fake soup. Despite wanting to make a move, Annie is convinced by Huey not to. When they get back to HQ, they're greeted by A-Train, who gives them evidence that clears the name of the Starlighters, who were framed for the courthouse murders. He does this in return for not confronting him in front of his family. We then jump to Ryan's first save, where he accidentally yeets a guy into a wall. We later see Homelander utterly confused as to why Ryan's upset he killed a human. Episode 3 starts with Joe Kessler and Butcher discussing a plan to drug Ryan and get him away from Homelander. Butcher gets into contact with Ryan over Xbox Live and sets up their meeting. Jump to Annie as she's trying to figure out why Firecracker hates her. This leads her to infiltrating the tower and confronting her. Firecracker then reveals Annie used to be a massive bitch back in her pageant days, and that she would start rumors about people getting gangbanged by the judges. In an attempt to confront her past, Kimiko and Frenchie infiltrate a Shining Light cell. As conflict breaks out, Frenchie is useless to help as he's tripping way too hard. Kimiko takes out like 20 guys while Frenchie is hallucinating all of his assassination targets, including Colin's family. Elsewhere, MM sets up a meeting with A-Train by spoofing his brother's phone number. After Mother's Milk tells A-Train he looks like a dude who's about to switch sides, he reveals Newman and Homelander will be meeting at the Vought on Ice performance later that day. At the venue, MM sets Huey straight, and Huey goes to plant a bug in the vents. The plan goes awry when Newman and Homelander, accompanied by Sage, arrive early. They discuss a plan to kill Dakota Bob and get Newman to the presidency, and Homelander urges Newman to come out as a soup. Mid-evil villain scheme, Huey's sweat drips on Homelander, and he immediately tries to laser him. Huey escapes to the roof and is surprised when he's whisked away to safety by A-Train. Huey then returns to the hospital and somewhat reconciles with his mom. Back to Butcher's meeting with Ryan. After Ryan initially refuses the cookies, him and Butcher play foosball. When Ryan reveals he killed someone, and Butcher have a heart-to-heart, resulting in Butcher dumping the cookies. When Ryan returns to Seven Tower, Homelander is both furious and upset Ryan went to see Butcher. And after Ryan runs upstairs, Homelander has a schizo conversation with himself and decides he needs to go confront his own past, setting up episode 4 to be an interesting one. Now it's time for my thoughts. And man, there's so many things I liked. First off, I got no idea who the new Noir is, but damn is he entertaining. It was so funny to me, despite being the first to kill those guys in episode 1, he was like, "That was so fucked up." Also, his try-hard attitude is pretty funny. I think I could hear Homelander say, "Shut the fuck up, Noir," all day. These first 3 episodes really set the chessboard up with some interesting plot lines. This season really does feel like a convergence of the past and the future for pretty much every character. With Butcher on death's door and Homelander tweaking about getting older, it really is going to be a battle for Ryan's future. Also, this season is full of triangles. We got Butcher, Homelander, and Ryan, Frenchie, Colin, and Kimiko, the Deep, Ambrosius, and Sage, and now I may be reading too much into this, but it seems like there could be something with Huey, Annie, and Newman as well. I also think Firecracker and her backstory was a great addition because Annie has kind of been Miss Perfect for the past 3 seasons, and I wonder if Firecracker will get her cancelled. Also, I'm not sure if it stated earlier that Frenchie is bi, but it's not too surprising. His name is Frenchie after all. Considering the amount of theory vids I made, it's probably not too surprising that TruthCon was my favorite part of the season so far. Seeing the CIA has Soldier Boy bumper stickers had me laughing so hard. I did think it was interesting how they kept panning over to the Soldier Boy plus Liberty signs. If you've seen my boys short, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Also, I really like the idea of there being a Vought on Ice performance, and I'm pretty sure that was Andrew Rannells of Book of Mormon fame singing the Homelander parts of the song.
For the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit, it's the birth of Christ, he needs to hear it. And I believe that in 1978 God changed his mind about black people.
Autistic side note, but Andrew Rannells also voiced Mako Tsunami in Duelist Kingdom of Yu-Gi-Oh!
Does Mako Tsunami have to choke a bitch?
Anyway, a few things I'm really excited about going forward. 1. Who was that lady Kimiko recognized at the Shining Light hideout? And why did it seem like she was part of the operation? 2. What happened behind the red door? And how does that factor into the man Homelander is today? 3. Newman's daughter Zoe is terrifying. Anyway, that's enough rambling for today. Let me know y'all's thoughts on the season in the comments below. See you on the next Randograph.